Did you know that globally 689 million people live on less than $1.90 a day? That can barely get you anything at the gas station here in America, and it certainly won't help you with a place to sleep at night. Some people rip $100 bills like it's nothing, while we have people with families that have to live in tents or on public sidewalks or under bridges. The sad part is that most people look down upon these people and walk right past them. Another thing to note is that urban areas have the highest amount of poverty out of everywhere because these are the least kept up areas with the lowest average income between families. We can all take small steps to combat this big problem in society by putting together a plan and taking action, such as the UN creating SDG 1, which wants to end poverty in all its forms everywhere. With your help, we can make this goal a reality with just a little care, time, and effort. The reason I want to combat poverty is because I know what it's like to hardly have basic human necessities, and I know what it feels like to not even have enough money to go to the corner store. I know what it's like to live in a place of poverty, even though the state of poverty I was in was not nearly as extreme as the previous example. This goal might be unattainable, but it's certainly worth helping to create a positive change in our world today. On average, 31.9% of food that ever enters an American home is going to waste, while some people don't have access to money to even buy food. The UN estimated that poverty will still be 7% by 2030, missing the goal of eradicating poverty. If you take a stand today, you may be able to chip in to change those numbers to be even lower than estimated. So here's what you can do. You can continue to spread awareness about poverty and the SDG number 1, which goal is to eradicate poverty by 2030. The more people that know about it, the more that can be done about it. You can help millions of people by sending contributions to organizations such as Oxfam, America.org, which has helped over 25.7 million people already and counting. According to SaveTheChildren.org, children in Ukraine, Syria, and around the world right now are caught in the middle of armed conflict, exposed to hunger, and out of school. These things will follow the child their whole life and impact the way they see the world around them. Us as people privileged to live in America, we usually don't see these problems in third world countries as they are because most of us had never had to see these things in full effect. Those of us who have experienced a high form of poverty really should understand and morally do something right to help, because we know what it feels like to be on the other side of the rainbow, so to speak. The reason poverty is such a bad thing is because sometimes these people more than you think don't have access to clean running tap water or have the funds to even buy water in more extreme cases. Usually people in mid to lower poverty levels live in homes or areas which are dirty and have lots of rodents. These people have children, and their little children have to get used to seeing rodents in their living environment where they rest their heads at night. People in poverty of any kind may also struggle with healthier food options because they may not have the appropriate funds to buy food from anywhere better than McDonald's per se. Because if they save their money, they could very well starve today to save for healthier food tomorrow. These people also are poorly educated and have to worry about problems at school with other troubled students, teachers, or problems getting to and from school safely. They also usually have teachers as well as students who aren't as educated as the more privileged of society, which have access to the things those who are in any form of poverty may not be able to afford. This is why poverty must be stopped. Most people don't even know or think they are living in poverty, especially the children, because it's all they know of life and it's what they are raised in. These things follow the children for the rest of their lives, having more negative impacts than good on the child/person who grew up in poverty. The more severe the case, the worse the impact usually is on that person. To help make a change, I will list some websites in the comment section where you guys can help to change lives today.